in 2010. Fernando Alonso wins for the first time in 2010.
We've all heard the reaction to the first race in Bahrain, and some of them very critical. But before we get carried away, or we make knee-jerk reactions to them, let us just consider what we have in place for this year. 7 times world champion Michael Schumacher, he's back. We've got Jensen, and of course, we've got Lewis, 2 British world champions in the McLaren team. Add to that, of course, Alonso, who won the Grand Prix, and the little jewel in the crown, don't forget. We have Vettel. However, the problem is that the real fans feel they have been double-crossed. The teams had agreed a 55% reduction on aerodynamic downforce on the cars, but this did not happen. So what have we got? The dreaded double diffuser lives on. The fans are saying that the modern aerodynamics on these cars are destroying the spectacle, and something has to give.
The fans probably think the drivers aren't really, trying that much, but I mean, it's just you can't even get close.
The fans are writing to us in their thousands, and they're saying the teams, the FIA, everybody responsible, they have neglected their opportunity to do something about the spectacle.
Yes, I mean, obviously there's been a lot of comment that maybe the Bahrain race wasn't the most interesting, but small things can make a big difference.
There's something wrong with Vettel's car.
And a lot of power,
Yeah, I think it's got an exhaust broken or something like that. He's going to drive clean past him.
Maybe if he hadn't had his spark plug or engine problem, whatever it was, maybe we would have had a real ding-dong battle between Alonso and Vettel.
I think if you go back and look at Bahrain over the last few years, then it hasn't been a circuit that's had a lot of overtaking.
Everybody's complaining that it was a boring race. When I watched the TV in the last years, in Bahrain it was always boring.
The feeling from myself is that we definitely need more mechanical grip on the track and to lose some aero stuff.
Wheel-to-wheel stuff, look at this, they're almost touching.
Patrick, you've presided over Williams for a very long time now, and you've been there through many great years. Do you think we can ever go back to that level of wheel-to-wheel combat?
It's very easy to look back with sort of through rose-coloured glasses, and maybe it's only the outstanding wheel-to-wheel races that we remember in the past.
I think we should look at some ideas in which we can perhaps, through the qualifying, arrange such that every single weekend we don't have the fastest car at the front, the slowest car at the rear, and wonder why we haven't got a spectacle on Sunday afternoon.
Whoa, nice one.
There's a balance between the purity of Formula One, a formula which is the most technically advanced cars, the best drivers in the world, the best teams, and the desire to have a spectacle with lots of things going on. If you get a bunch of hooligans, put them in cars making mistakes, you'll have a bit of a spectacle, a bit more like World Wrestling Federation, but it's not necessarily Formula One.
If we want to see overtaking, the easiest way is to take road cars and the race. You will have massive overtaking, but the action during the F1 race is very limited, but it's not because of one thing, of refueling or because of the aero of something. It's everything put together.
Well, you see, there is lots of engineers, there is fantastic, clever people. They all thought about this in I don't know for how many years, and none seem to have come up with a solution. And you expect me now to tell you the solution?
No pressure.